So, friends, welcome to our series of knowledge sharing session. This side Montu Verma, and I am procurement expert. Friends, first of all, I am very thankful to you for being with us today, and we are continuing our knowledge sharing session with you. And today we have Akshay, who is a SAP consultant. Hi, Akshay.
I want to.
Akshay, before we really start this session, we would like to know about yourself. I mean, something about your professional background in SAP MM.
Yeah, sure. See, overall, I have 6 years of experience in SAP MM. Okay, I have worked in, started my career in Conduent. I'm presently working in IBM. Okay, and I have done one end-to-end implementation in Dubai and four support projects I have done, one rollout project I have done. Yeah, these all are in SAP MM only, material management. And from last 1 years, I am into this teaching field. Means in my free time, weekend classes I will take, and I will explain people to get the job in SAP MM.
Sure.
So
Thank you for your introduction, Akshay.
yeah,
Now we can continue about SAP MM knowledge sharing session. Please continue.
yeah, sure. Yeah, please allow me to share my screen. So you can make me a host so that I can share my screen.
Sure. Just a moment. Is it okay
Yes.
with you, Akshay?
Yeah, yeah. One second. Yes. I hope all of can see my screen, right?
Yes, it is okay.
Yeah, fine. See, today's agenda is what I will tell. So I will go with what is SAP and who all can do this SAP course, and what is the business use of this SAP, what is the future of SAP S4HANA, what is the main difference between ECC and S4HANA. Okay, what and all things I will cover in this course, I will explain in detail. Okay, let's start. SAP means, in layman language, you can tell it's a business software package. Okay, it is suitable for all business. Either once again, when people are joining again, so that yeah, it is useful for service-based industry, any product-based industry, all industry you can take. All companies are using SAP only. All MNC companies. Okay, SAP, it was invented in 1972 initially. Okay, SAP means, if you word to word meaning, if you see, means it's a system application processing data processing. Okay, in computer we will use C language, right? Like that in SAP, ABAP language is used. Okay, who all can do this SAP course? Okay, any graduates, any BCom, MBA graduates, MTech, any graduates can do the SAP course. Why? I am telling the functional models. We have different modules in SAP. I will come into that. Who all can do the SAP means no prerequisite required. Okay, so if you have knowledge, if you have done your graduation, you can do the SAP course. Okay, what is the advantages of SAP? So advantage means, you can tell, see, in business SAP's salary package is very high one, because it will salary package starts from about 10, 7, 8, 10, about 10 it will go per lakhs per hour per annum. Okay, main advantages, so you can, it's a business software package, it's a ERP product. Like that, we have many ERPs in world, right? Means we have Oracle, we have JD Edwards, we have BAN. These all are related to something. Oracle will use it for mastering finance, JD Edwards mastering procurement, BAN will use it for production. Okay, but SAP is expert in everything, because that's why you can see 80% in world companies are using SAP software only. Okay, And one more thing I want to make it clear. See, here two job roles are there. One is SAP consultant level, another one is SAP end user level. Okay. So those who are working in operations means you guys are all from procurement background, right? You are working in operations. This is end user work. Consultant means if you have any problem, if you have got any error in operations, if you want to make any developments, any customizations, any customized reports you want to do, okay, how then you will approach, you raise a ticket to consultant. Okay, then consultant will solve all your queries. Okay, how if we will be deployed to implementation project, we will be deployed to support project, different projects we have in SAP consultant level. Okay, in detail what we will see. Okay, see this SAP was means a system application processing data processing language used as ABAP. 1972 it was invented. Okay, that was at that time. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I will take the question at the last. Okay, end session. In 1972, SAP was invented. Okay, SAP R by 1 system. Okay, we have heard, right? This SAP R by 1, R by 2, R by 3. What is this R by 1, R by 2? I will explain in detail. Okay, SAP R by 1 means R means real time one tier architecture. Okay, real time means in 1972, at that time, this real time was a big thing. 1972, there was no TV invented, nothing was there apart from radio. At that time, they have invented R, real time, one tier architecture. Who? 5 ex-employees of IBM. Okay, I have read these people's biography. So they have worked in IBM. 15 years they have worked, and then they came out of IBM and they started their own business and they have invented their own software, naming SAP. Okay, and then they have improved it to SAP R by 2, R by 3. What is this 1, 2, 3? Means 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier architecture. Okay. What is this 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier means? To understand this, you need to understand the layers in SAP. Not only in SAP, in any system you can take, we have 3 layers. For example, in your laptop, you can see whatever you are working here, you are working in presentation layer, right? And the end user you are working. If you are clicking something, backend program will run. That is application layer. So you are using it in a presentation layer, a backend application will run. All data will save in database layer. Okay, like the same we have in SAP. We have a presentation layer, application layer, database layer. Presentation layer, all end users will work. Okay, application layer, all consultants will work. Database layer will, all the companies data will save in third-party system. Okay, for example, Oracle, Linux, like that. We have different third-party systems in SAP. Okay, they will save in that one, the third-party system. Okay, I will show you. Let me show my screen. SAP. See, we have different one server, HANA and ECC. Both I will come. See, you will see, right? See, if I am an end user, I will enter into different servers. See, I will enter my client again. I will enter into different server, right? Production server I am working. If a consultant want to enter, means he will enter another client. Okay, another server he will enter and he will work on that client. Okay, like this. This is the main difference. Okay, what is the presentation layer? I will show. Yeah, see, this is a presentation layer where end user will work. Most of you have worked in SAP, right? So this is a presentation layer. So here they can access, and where consultant will work, backend implementation guide. Here consultants will work. What they will work here, what configuration they will do, we will get to know. Okay, back to this slide. Yeah, see, this layers you understood, right? Now we'll start. We'll see this one. Okay, what is this R by 1, R by 2, R by 3? R by 1 means all 3 layers are in one system only. Okay, that is R by 1. R by 2 means presentation application layer in one system, database layer in another system. In 1992, they have invented this signature product of SAP, that is SAP R by 3. Now also they are using this one only, SAP R by 3. Okay, different versions came. I'll come into that. SAP R by 3 they have invented. R by 3 means all the 3 layers are separated: presentation layer, application layer, database layer. For example, if you hired into Wipro as a MM consultant, material management consultant, you will be deployed to another one of the project, like implementation project. You will get support. I will come into that. Okay, your client may be a, for example, your client may be a some ABB company. Okay, they're in operations, day-to-day activity transaction they are doing, right? Those people work in this production layer. Okay, you are working in, you will enter into application layer and you will work in this layer. All data will save in another layer. So both are separated. You can give support from here only. So if you become consultant, if you are hired into Wipro, you can give support to US clients also. How? Because of this layer. This layer they invented, that is R by 3. Okay, most people know this concept, and from scratch I'm telling. Okay, this is SAP R by 3. In 1992 they have invented. After that they came different versions they have invented. 1, 2, 3, 4. There any?
Hello, Akshay.
Yeah.
Your voice is very low. Can you please raise your volume more than?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. See, after that, they have invented different versions. And now it's audible.
Thank you.
Is it okay? Yeah. Different versions they have invented. And then in 2000, they have done this ECC. Okay, ECC means Enterprise Central Component. They have named it ECC. Okay, in that they have started enhancement packages, different enhancement packages they have started, like 5.0, 6, 7, ECC 6.0, enhancement 1, 2, 3, 4, like that they have started. Now presently which is running ECC 6.0, enhancement 6, 7 also came. After 7 it stopped. Now next version came, that is S4 HANA. Okay, ECC 6.0, enhancement 7 is the last, and then next version came, that is S4 HANA. What is the main difference between S4 HANA and ECC is, see here, we have the database layer, right? Third one, database layer. Here in ECC, database layer will be of third party. We need to pay to the third party system to save our data, our company's data. In S4 HANA, they have invented their own database system. Okay, so they no need to pay to any third party. So everything will be done in SAP only. Okay, this is one advantage of S4 HANA. Like that, we have many advantages in S4 HANA. They have many tables involved in SAP who are obsoleted, many T codes they have obsoleted, many Fury apps they have invented. SAP nowadays they can use in mobile phones also, using apps, different apps we have. Okay, this is the main advantage. 80% is same only. ECC and S4 HANA, it is 80% is same. Some difference will be happen that you can learn on your own once you learn this ECC first. Okay, SAP has given till up to 2030. They have announced till up to 2030 you can implement S4 HANA into your companies. Nowadays, now all our companies are using SAP ECC only, right? Few companies are new implementation are doing. Few companies are using S4 HANA. Okay, now SAP has extended this to 2030. Until that, all companies need to implement S4 HANA only. Okay, we'll come to that. So we have basically 3 modules in SAP, mainly classified. One is technical module, functional module, and industry-specific modules. Technical modules means those who are from the coding background, CS background. Those people will do the technical module, ABAP, basis consultant, business intelligence consultant. So those are the technical modules. This one is functional modules. What we are concentrating is material management. Company will run on this functional module only, right? So we are concentrating on this material management. I'm an MM concerned, like that. We have 40 plus modules: production planning, sales, finance, quality, HR related separate module. We have warehouse management. Okay, like that. Different functional modules we have. Okay. Industry specific means that is different thing. Okay. Yeah. See, we have 2 servers in SAP. One is training server, another real-time server. Training server, just now I showed you, right, my screen. This is a training server, SAP IDES system. Okay, this is a training server. SAP IDES system. Okay, those we can practice here. Another one is real-time server. Which companies are using? All companies are using real-time server only, right? That is real-time server. SAP main headquarters is in Germany. Okay, 130 plus countries having branches. In India, we have 3 branches. One is Bangalore, SAP Chhattisgarh, SAP Gurgaon. 3 main branches we have. See, now we come to SAP advantages. SAP is a business software package. SAP is a ERP product. ERP means we all know enterprise resource planning. Enterprise is a firm. Resource means it may be a material, money, manpower, machine. Using all these resources, how we are planning, that is a ERP. Like that, SAP is one of the ERP products. Like that, in market we have many ERPs. Among them, SAP is the best. SAP integrates. Why? Because why it is best? Because it integrates all the module across the countries. How? Because it gives multiple language support. 40 plus language support it will give. Multi currency support it will give. Okay, only one disadvantage is it's an expensive software. Okay? Crores together will require you want to implement SAP into any your company. Okay. That's the only one. That's why all the MNC companies are using. You take any automobile industry, you take top companies are using SAP only. Service space industry, you take any FMCG company, you take pharmaceutical, you take. Okay. Top ERP products: SAP, Oracle, JD Edwards, Barn, Salesforce, PeopleSoft. These all are the ERPs. We have mainly 4 projects in SAP. For example, if you become SAP consultant, you will be deployed to another one of these projects. Either you will become implementation, you will get implementation project, either you will get support project, rollout, upgradation. And simply, I will explain what is the implementation project in simple way. I will tell. Okay, for example, let's take Patanjali is a company which don't have SAP. Okay, if they want to implement SAP, they will approach to this project. Those who have this SAP project, main SAP will not go and implement. They need to approach to project those companies which is having the project license. Wipro, IBM, Infosys, like that. Many companies having SAP license. They will come and implement SAP. They will understand their business, and they will everything they will map into SAP as is process. In many phases they will come. Implementation they cannot do however they want. The SAP has given standards. ASAP method, using ASAP methodology we need to implement. What is ASAP methodology? You will get to know in the project class. So training will be done in two ways. One is level 1, level 2. Level 1, I will tell all the technical concepts. Level 2 will be of this project training only. Okay. And second one, support project. For example, ABB is a company which is already using SAP. So you hired into a Wipro as a consultant. If you get a support project, so you are giving support to ABB company. ABB, all end users are working in ABB. So if they have any problems, they will raise a ticket. So you need to work on that. To work, you need to know what end user will work and how consultant, backend setting, both configuration layer, presentation, both layer you need to understand, right? Rollout. Third one is rollout project. Rollout means, for example, if you have implemented SAP in one plant, if they have after 1 year or 2 years they have implemented one more plant they have discovered, means so you can implement same thing into that plant. That is rollout project. It may be a plant to plant or company to company also. For example, Tata is a company. Okay, Tata have many businesses, right? Tata Motors, Tata Enterprises, like that, many business they have. Suppose if SAP is implemented in Tata Motors only, after that they have so they want to implement same thing to Tata Enterprises also. Then we will do the rollout project. Same thing we implement to that thing. Usually implementation will be done in 1 year. Support project you can take one year, 2 years. License you can take. Rollout project will be done in 4 to 5 months. Upgradation, last one. Upgradation project is versions I told initially. Versions upgradation 5 to 6, enhancement 6 to 7, ECC to S4 HANA. Okay, like that, different upgradations we can do. This will be done 2 to 3 months time it will take usually. Okay. In SAP, we are having 2 licenses. One is project license, another one is education license. Project license means SAP has given license to these all companies to go and implement, to give support, to do the rollout. Okay. Another one is education license. Education license means Atos, SAP Atos, they have took the education license. Same training what I am giving, if you are taking that training in authorized company, they will charge 3 to 2 lakhs. They will charge same training authorized company. Okay, they will give the certifications. Okay, next. SAP business cycle, basic business cycle, you all know, same thing I will tell. This basic cycle, how we'll do it in SAP with backend configuration, you will get to know in coming classes. Okay. See, if any requirement will come from customer, it will go to sales and then it will come to material management people. If we have our own production, we'll go to production and final product will go to customer. If we have a service-based company, we'll order it to purchase order, we'll create and send it to vendor. Before that, we need to select vendor, right? We need to select the vendor. How we'll select vendor? We'll send a request for quotation to vendor. Vendor will send the quotation. We'll finalize the quotation based on the business scenarios. And then once vendor is finalized, then we will create a purchase order to vendor. Vendor will send the goods to directly customer, or he will send it to us and we will send it to customer. This is a basic cycle. In detail, you will get to know in coming classes with backend classes also. Backend means how to do the configurations also in SAP. Okay, basic enterprise structure, I will come later. You will see, right? This is the presentation layer where end user will work. Okay, this is application layer where consultant will work. Database layer, all data will save in different layer only. Okay, here we will not work anything. Okay, let me share on the screen. See, I will explain my course content, what and all things I will cover. Okay, in SAP MM course, what we are doing, level 1, level 2 training I will give. Okay, level 1 I will explain. Yeah, see, level 1 training I will explain enterprise structure. If you are going to implement SAP, means how implementation will happen. Okay, means for purchase organization, plant, storage location, purchase group, these all things how we need to create in SAP. We have mainly 3 data in SAP. One is master data, transaction data, another one is configuration data. Transaction data is day-to-day activities which business is working, right?
Hello.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we'll come in.
Just a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, can I start?
Can we start this session further?
Yeah. So we have 3 data in SAP. One is master data, transaction data, another one is configuration data. To do the transaction data day-to-day activities, we require some master data in SAP, right? How to do that master data, I will tell in this course. Material master, service master, vendor master, info report, source it with backend configurations. Okay, and procure to pay process in detail. You will study how to do with backend setting, purchase equation, request for quotation, contracts, scheduling agreements. How we will do different purchase orders. Okay, PR to PO release procedure, different approval metrics. How we can set backend output determination means how you are creating purchase order. How it will go to vendor. Vendor is not using SAP. If he is using different software means how it will go to reach to vendor. So output determination we can decide. Different pricing procedure I will explain, domestic pricing procedure and import pricing procedure. If the material is coming from foreign means how it will come. Okay, how custom clearance will happen. If it is coming in ocean, so it is coming in ocean charges and all, how it will apply it in SAP. How GST will work in SAP. These all things we will learn in procure to pay process. Automatic account determination I will tell. Automatic account determination means how these all things are linked into GL accounts. Okay, material we are creating it in SAP means how it will link to FI people. These all things we will learn. This is the FI integration. Inventory management we will learn in detail. Goods received, goods issued to different departments, transfer posting from one plant to another plant, physical inventory, reservations, tax code creation, credit memo, debit memo, subsequent credit, evaluated ERS systems. Okay, different types of procurement we will see. That is standard procurement, service procurement, anything which is consumable items, that is service procurement, like AC service, the background service, like the different services we have, service procurement we have, right? How we need to configure these in SAP, we will get to know in coming classes. Consignment procurement we will know, pipeline procurement we will know, stock transfer order, one plant to another plant, with delivery, without delivery, one business to another business, how we will do. These all things we will learn. Import procurement we will learn. Returnable RTP, how we will do. Subcontracting procurement, how we will do. Subcontracting means we all know, right? So suppose we want a laptop, so laptop is a requirement from customer. So we will give what is required to build a laptop. All raw materials we will provide it to vendor. Vendor will give the finished product to us. That is subcontracting procurement. How we will do this in SAP, I will tell. Blanket procurement, batch management in detail we will discuss. Means all FMCG companies, pharmaceutical companies are using batch management. If you take any Maggie, if you reverse and check means batch number will be there, right? Anything. How will identify what is the use of that batch number? If anything wrong happens, so we can go back and search through that batch number. You know, what are the ingredients used in that batch? Who has worked in that on that batch? So you can search how to configure all these things in SAP. I will tell. Vendor sub ranges, split valuation. If we are procuring same material in domestic as well as foreign, how will do that in split valuation? You will get to know. LSMW means it's a data transfer. How mass data will upload into SAP, you will get to know. Background job creation. And then second one, level 2 training. Level 2 training is of project training. I will give you the real-time implementation project. Okay, in that implementation project, how implementation will happen, SAP implementation, how we need to do using SAP methodology, project charter and project preparation. You will get to know how we need to understand their business and implement into SAP. As is to be process, we'll call it. As is means how the current business is working. Let's say its business is working with Oracle system, how we need to change it to SAP system. Okay, that you will get to know in business blueprint. Developments, if any developments are there, how we need to do the development into our business. How tables will work in SAP, how interfaces like IDOC will work into SAP. SAP queries means you are generating different reports in SAP, right? Open PO report you will generate, purchase order report, invoice report, GR report you will do. If end user wants any customized reports, you know, he wants some data from purchase order, some data from invoice, some data from GRs, how to combine all these tables, all these reports and generate your own T code and create your own reports, you will learn in SAP queries. How servers will work in SAP. For example, we have 3 servers in SAP, right? See, in SAP, we have development server, quality server, and production server. Production means all end users are working. You guys are working in production server. If you have any problem, you'll raise the ticket to consultant. Consultant will solve this in development server, and then it will go to quality, and then it will come to production. How data transfer will happen from here to here, here to here, that you will get to know in this project class. Next, in that how servers will work in SAP, I will tell both 3 servers in detail. How testing will happen, user interface testing, SIT, UIT, user acceptance testing, system integration testing. These all things I will tell. And if you get a support project, how support project will work, how SLA will work in support. Okay, how you will receive the support tickets, 50 real-time tickets I will show you. Okay, with screenshot I have made, and some important tickets I will show. Rollout project I will make you understand rollout project, how it will work. Okay, these all training I will give you in support in project class. Okay, 2 class, technical and project class. Okay, then Now we'll see how you will get the job in SAP consultant. Okay, see, since you guys are having the project end user experience, right? All these you guys are working in procurement. You need to show your experience in SAP. I have already worked some 4 years in SAP. You need to make your profile like that way. In this 4 years or 3 years, you are showing as a SAP consultant what you have learned in these 3 years. That I will cover in SAP. I will give my real-time implementation project so that you can show it in your resume. So because if you are going for a fresher, no openings are there for fresher. Or if you are experienced in SAP MM, many openings are there. If you search in Naukri, just type SAP MM consultant. Many openings are there because all companies are outsourcing to India nowadays. So many openings are there now as a SAP MM consultant functional model. Okay, so you need to make your profile as SAP consultant profile. Okay, and for example, let's say you have overall 10-year experience. In that overall 10-year experience, you need to show some relevant experience as 4-year experience. I have worked as SAP consultant only. If you show that like that, you will get many calls from different companies. If you update in your resume means update, and if you update in Naukri means you will get lots of calls in as a SAP consultant. Okay, how to clear that one? You will be 2 rounds of interview in SAP MM. One is technical, another one is project. Technical, what and all you have learned, I showed you. These all things they will cover in technical. Project round, they will ask in project related questions. Okay. Yeah, you guys have any doubts? It's open now. You can ask one by one.
Thank you so much, Akshay, for your session. And now we would like to hear if any question or query from our audience side. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Akshay. This is Puneet here.
Hi, Puneet.
Yeah, Akshay. When we generate reports from this tool, so do we have a unique code, or the codes vary from the organization to organization?
No. Standard codes are same in SAP. Okay, you are generating ME2L, ME2M, right? In purchase order report, you will generate open PO reports, you will generate that. Same for everything is same. If your company wants to any customized T codes they want, that we can do, that consultant can do. Okay, if for example, if the business want, they will give the template to us. Okay, I want these things. Purchase order number I want. Okay, what for example requirement may be of you are paying some freight charges to your vendor, right? I want in one, if I put my vendor in 1 month, how much freight charges I have paid to that vendor, I want that report. That is a customized report. How to do that, you will learn in this consultant training.
Okay.
This is in SAP queries we will explain.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
Akshay, hi, this is Manjunath speaking. Am I audible, firstly?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. So, will you be covering also the integration aspects, like if ECC is connected with any other ERPs? So, will you be looking into the elements or aspects of what are the connection points and how it can be connected?
Yeah. Yes, see, integration means FI integration. I will tell how it is material management linked to FI. I will tell ST integration. I will tell okay, ST, FI, PP integration like material requirement planning. I will cover here. MRP consumption based planning. How we will do forecast based planning. How we will do these all things. I will cover. This is related to integrations. Okay, you are asking ECC and S4HANA. That is different thing. ECC is these all things. Whatever we are studying in SAP, what you guys are working in your profile, that is ECC. S4HANA is our next version. What is the main difference between ECC and S4HANA? That also I will cover in during the classes. Okay, for example, if you want to create material, okay, material creation length is 18 in ECC. In S4HANA it is 50. Like that, differences I will go on telling during the classes. Okay, S4HANA is a different thing and ECC is a different thing. Like that.
So, you have come across ECC integrated with Ariba?
Yeah, Ariba is a different thing and ECC is a different thing. Ariba is end user tool. Mostly end user will use. They have different catalogs. Okay, Ariba is a different thing and ECC, SAP MM consultant field is a different thing.
And have you
yeah. Hello, background noise is coming.
Hello.
Can you Can I request to all of those guys who is not asking any question, please unmute. Can you please mute your audio button?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah,
Thank
I was
you.
just asking about. I was just asking about when you are talking about ECC and S4. Have you, like, for S4? Have you got an opportunity in projects to work on
Yes,
uh,
yes.
MDG as well?
MDG I have not worked. Presently, I'm working in S4HANA project only. That is ECC to S4HANA conversion project. Migration project
Okay,
I'm
okay.
working. Okay,
Got
how
it. Got
ECC from Greenfield project, that different things are there. Greenfield project, Brownfield projects are there. How ECC
Correct.
you need to convert into S4HANA. Okay, that project I'm working.
Yeah. Sure, Akshay.
Okay, because,
Thank you. Yeah.
Hello, I have a question.
yeah, please.
So my question is, are the migration from SAP ECC to S4HANA sort of mandated by SAP guys, or it is optional?
No. As till up to 2030, it's optional. After 2030, every company needs to mandatorily they need to implement SAP. They need to convert into S4HANA. Whichever
2030.
company already using
2030.
SAP, they need to SAP ECC. They need to make it mandatory as S4HANA within 2030. They have extended that one.
2030.
Yeah, 2030.
Okay. And the project licenses, company's name which you have shown in your deck, are these the only companies through whom we can buy the SAP licenses, or it is like?
No. Many companies are there. For example, I have taken that. Many companies are there.
Those are
Which
just
SAP has
examples.
given license. That company license, company will buy, not end users. So if you, for example, that Patanjali company don't have SAP, they want to implement SAP means they will approach main SAP first. SAP Germany, they will approach which they have branch in SAP, 3 branches we have in India, right? Gurgaon, Chhattisgarh, and Bangalore. They will approach that companies. And then once they took all the CDs or everything, they want to buy the software, then this needs to be implemented, right? That they will approach these authorized companies which have project license, and they need to be implemented using that one only. SAP methodology they need to implement. What and all SAP has given guidelines that they need to implement like that only. Once implementation is done, so it will go for audit. Audit will be done by again main SAP only, whether they have implemented correctly or not.
Thank you.
In this implementation only, all end user training, everything will happen. Many things are there in implementation. We will get to know in coming classes.
Hello, Mr. Akshay.
Yeah.
Is audible?
Yeah, audible.
Yeah, myself Ashok. Actually, I'm very fresher to this SAP. Okay, I just wanted to know whether it is suitable to join any consultants to learn about SAP, or
No. What I am giving training, I will start from scratch only. From scratch, I will cover the classes to pro level. Means if the training will SAP consultant training, it will go to 3 months. Up to 3 months, I will take. If I take weekend classes, it will go for 3 months. Okay. And if I take weekly 3 classes, then it will complete in 2.5 to 2 months. It will complete. And then 1 month you need to prepare for the preparation. So if you are a fresher, means those who have already prepared diagram, they will catch easily. They need to learn, okay, backend settings only, how it is changing from backend to here, how to implement these all things they need to learn.
in case if I get a job where SAP is implemented, whether it will be very easy to learn, or it is having some difficulties?
No, it's easy to learn only. It's because coding is not involved, right? These all are interesting concepts you can learn in detail.
Because
Coding is not there.
I'm very good in Oracle and Prisma, but I'm not good in SAP. So that's the reason I'm asking.
Yeah, you need to practice. You need to take the server access and you need to practice. Whatever I am taking class, after that you need to practice. Okay, you need to take the SAP server access and you need to practice in that one. Okay, then only if you are trying for consultant level, we need to be perfect. Because we are at 24 consultant means we only need to give training to end users. Right. So that's why it will take 3 months. How it is different from my classes to institute? If you go for any institute, they will not cover any project related thing. Project related only 15 hours class separately I will take, and technical class 40 hours I will take. Total 55 plus hours classes will be there, and no any institute will cover this project training. What I am showing this project training, how BAPI will work in SAP, how we will upload mass data into SAP. For example, in implementation, some Oracle system is there in legacy system already working. They have many materials, right? How will every material we need to apply into some thousands of materials there, means how we need to upload into SAP. Some tool we need, right? That LSMW, BAPI we need to write, upload. So how to upload these things you will learn in this project class. If you are telling all these things in your interview, so getting chances of this one is very much high.
Okay, thank you. So, and one more question, is there any plan to make level 1 and level 2 training?
Yeah, it is there.
Okay, thank you.
From coming next week or the next week, we can start the classes. That class related thing you can discuss with Montu.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Akshay, we have a question from our audience side. How much time you will require in a month or in a week, and what time? I mean, half an hour you will require per day, or what? So what is the duration of this thing?
Yeah, per day 1 hour. If I'm taking weekly 3 classes, means per day 1 hour I will take. Weekly 3 classes means each day one hour class are required. If it is a weekend batch, it will take 2 hours. Saturday, Sunday, 2 hours. Means 1.5 to 2 hours it will take usually. Depend upon how we are working, how the questions will come. Once one topic is clear, then I will go to next topic. And one technical, one project like that combined I will go. So every Saturday one technical, every Sunday one project like that I will go. Once I start the class. So that you can implement everything into your practical. So you need to buy the server access, you need to practice on that one only.
Okay. And how end users should enter in a company as a SAP MM consultant post accomplished this session from your side?
Yeah. So once the course is over, let's say if course is completed, then they need to prepare for interview. So I will take 2 mock interviews, I will take one-on-one discussion, interview preparation I will do. Once everything is done, they need to show their experience, end user experience and consultant experience. Okay, I have already worked in, for example, IBM. I have worked as 4 years as a MM consultant. I have worked like that. They make their profile and they need to show. Then only jobs will get. Because freshers, there won't be any jobs there. Very rarely you will get if you try for fresher. If you have 10, 15 years experience in procurement, you will not get as a SAP consultant. Either you need to show some experience. So in that 4 years, what in company, how it will work, how tickets will come, how implementation will happen, these all things only we will study in course. Okay. If we make our profile like that, you will get many calls. If you clear 2-3 interview, if you done means, then you can go for this one, consultant level. You can understand. So we can discuss what the entire thing you can discuss in this one, coming classes.
Nice.
I saw many people are there who are working in as an end user. They become a SAP consultant.
And
Hello.
Yes.
This is Aniket speaking.
Yeah.
I'm working as a purchase engineer, and currently we are using Oracle-based software, and I really do not have experience in SAP, but I'm interested to work as a SAP consultant. So do you recommend this course is suitable for me?
Yeah, it's suitable for everyone. Those who are into a procurement field. So it is you can understand easily, right? Whatever concepts I can tell, these same thing you need to implement in SAP. How we need to do it in SAP, we'll learn this course only. Okay. Why you want to update your skill to SAP? You know, right? Because all companies are using SAP only. The future is SAP under 10 years. As for HANA implemented, they have done everything in mobiles also. All apps, every app they have developed in S4 HANA. So for that, you need to upgrade your skills to SAP. This is the time.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Akshay, does this course will include SAP MM and SAP HANA both?
No, this is entirely ECC only, but I will cover S4 HANA as a means at the token means I will tell the difference. 80% is same only, everything is same. Whatever ECC is there, everything is same in S4 HANA. What are few differences are there? No? That I will cover during the class. For example, I'm taking the material master class means the material master, what is difference between ECC and S4 I will cover. Service master I'm taking means what is the main difference between here, everything is same or something different is there. I will cover. Like that I will go on cover everything. So that once training is complete, initially you need to work as ECC. If you want to go for presently what company is expecting means they have worked in ECC and they should have knowledge of ECC. They should have knowledge of S4HANA. Okay.
And one more question from our audience side is, so what about server? I mean, how our audience or our our learners will practice SAP MM?
Yeah, they need to take the server. This is a server I have both S4HANA and ECC server. So you need to buy the ECC server for 3 months. How much time you want to practice, that much month you need to take the server. It's a paid server, so you need to take the server, because whatever I have done, I have teached my students. So everything data is available here, so everyone can use this one. To use this one, we need to download some backend software. Okay, that supporting software we need to download, the SAP logon. So once it's download, you can start using the server, and you can use your companies also. If your company is having this SAP logon, this screen is you are already having means. For example, I will show. See, this screen already you are having means in your company, so you can add one more server here. That practice server you can add and you can start using it. Okay, for that you need to buy and take the server. 3 month server you need to take. 3 month server charges is 1,200 rupees. If you take 1 month server means that is 500. If you are taking 3 month server means that is 1,200. 3 months you can practice. You will get a separate user ID and password you will get, so that you can enter and you can practice at anywhere in your laptop.
Is it like a consultant access or a end user access? This 1,000 change.
No. Yeah, this server, both access you have in this one. This is a practice one, right? IDES server. So you have everything. Suppose if you are end user, if you are working as end user, so you don't have access for this one, right? Everything backend access you don't have in your company. You for same way you consultant have only ME23 and access in our this one. We don't have access to create purchase order in real time, because we are consultant. Those people are working in production, so those people have all these access. But here you have access for everything. FI, SD, MML, all access you have. You can practice anything here, because servers is not there here. 3 servers I have divided now. Everything is one only here. R by 1 you can call this one. All server on here only. That is practice. This is the IDS system. International demonstration system for SAP.
Got it.
Okay. Something else?
And there are one more question from our audience side. Will it include SAP Ariba?
No. SAP Ariba is an entire different thing. ECC is a different thing. Ariba is not included.
No problem. So this is my, I want to inform my audience that probably next week we will be having a session on SAP Ariba from different speaker, right?
Okay.
So now I would like to hear if there is any question left from our audience side. Then we will really move towards the end of this session.
Okay.
Hey, hi, Ashish this side.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Tell me.
Yes, sir, my question is very specific. First of all, thank you very much for this valuable session. My question is this company provide any free trial version, say 1 month or 2 months?
Which company you are asking?
SAP Ariba, SAP MM. Is there any kind of free trial we can get to just play with this tool and get to know some more insights?
No one company is providing this free trial. Okay, like this server, we have many brokers who will provide this server access. They have taken the server access from for 5 years, 1 year. They will take like that, and they will generate a user ID and password. They will give to different people. Okay, there will be no freely available to practice. So you need to take and practice. 3 months extra server you need to take, or else 1 month you need to take and you need to practice.
All right, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
So Akshay, can you please share some references? I mean, who is your current participant or who is your current student, and what they have to pay to you for this session, or it will be really helpful for a follow.
Yeah, references means from last 5 months I'm teaching this one. Okay, 2 are placed. One from Canada, a guy I'm teaching presently. Morning batch is at 8 o'clock. His name is Prem. So I will provide all the details to Montu. So you can, who are interested, they can approach you. Okay. And 2-3 people are there. I will all the names I will give it to Montu. And related to fees you can we can discuss with Montu later.
Right. So, dear listener, we do not want to involve in any monetary transaction as a procurious, right? So, if this is depend on totally on our audience side, I mean, the more the number of audience or learner we have, we can negotiate with Akshay on behalf of procurious group only. So there is a disclaimer from our side. We do not want to involve any monitoring transaction with Akshay. You can directly coordinate or contact to Akshay also. So dear Akshay, I will also request you to please share your contacts and coordinates with our listeners and with our group members.
Yeah, sure. See, I'm in LinkedIn, Facebook. Okay, so you can post. You can just
share your
Akshay.
email ID, your contact number, and
yeah. One second, my email ID I will show. One second. One second.
So, dear audience, there are two ways to reach out to Akshay. Number one, you can directly reach out to him with his contact number or email ID. And number second is we as a procurious can negotiate. I mean, someone from our team, or you can allow me to negotiate with Akshay. I can negotiate with him basis on number of our learners or candidates. So my request to Akshay to provide us the best discount on the basis on the number of candidates, right, Akshay?
Yeah, sure. Yes. This is my email and contact number. Yeah.
So course fees will be totally depend upon number of audience.
Yeah. Yes. Because usually SAP consultant level. Let me clarify one thing. See, if you CM training, if you take from any institute, they will charge around 30,000, 15,000, 20,000. Many ranges are there. But as I told you, if you really want to become consultant, no one will tell the project related things, which I am sharing. So no one will tell. If you don't know the project, you will not become the consultant. Because 2 levels interview will be there. One is level 1, that is technical. Another one is project interview. Okay, if you want to target for project interview, you need to learn the project concepts, everything. Okay, and one more thing, if you prepare for consultant level, 2 job options will be there. One is as a MM consultant you can go. Another one is as an end user. You can upgrade your profile if you know all these things which I have discussed. With backend setting, if you know, means profile will be very strong as an end user also. Any company, any end user company you can crack, because if you know the stock transfer order, import procurement with pricing, everything with backend also you know in SAP, means they will prefer you only. Okay, this is end user. Worst case scenario, you can go for end user level. And consultant level, once you prepare as a consultant level, means you can try for anyway consultant level. Okay, yeah, you are telling something more.
So great, Akshay, for your session, and I would also request to our listener or our audience, this is the time to really ask any question if they have in their mind. Please, you can ask your question.
Yeah.
Hello, hi Akshay.
Yeah, hello. Yeah,
hello, hi. I'm on this site and I'm having SAP and user experience of 7 years. So if I want to switch to SAP MM consultant, and assuming that if I learn the concept as you soon, so how challenging is it going to be, to enter into SAP consulting industry from an end user?
Yeah. See, if you are already worked as an end user, see, you need to update into SAP. Once you showed your experience, first of all, you need to show your experience as consultant, at least 3 years, 3.5 years, up to that years you need to show. In this, what are the challenges you are telling? If I showed your 3-year experience, and you learned everything, and you once you come into SAP consultant, what are the challenges you are facing? You will face. You are asking, right?
Correct,
So
correct.
initially, so what I will train you, I will train you for one specific company. So you have 3 years, you have worked in IBM. In my company, how it will work, I will tell you same thing. Okay.
Okay.
So you can, once you go into any company as a MM consultant, you can tell into same company. In my company, I have worked these things. If you are telling anything new, I am ready to learn. You can approach like that. Anyway, you will get one month KT will be there. In that, they will explain everything. You know how to use the tool in detail, so you can link easily.
Okay, okay. Thanks.
Okay. Anyway, I will be there. So if you have any problem, once you enter into there, you can touch me, be in touch with me. I will help. No problem.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi Akshay, this is Ganesh. Thanks for
Yeah, Ganesh.
sharing, sir, grateful knowledge. I have some queries related to this course. MRP is mandatory for PP or MM side?
MRP is mandatory for PP, and we as a MM consultant, we should know few concepts of PP, right?
Okay.
So that's why whatever we want to know, I will tell. Okay, in that what I am covering in my course, material requirement planning, how consumption based planning will work, how forecast based planning will work. Okay, different types of planning I will cover. I will make you aware of all these things. Okay, how safety stock we need to maintain. These all things, everything I will cover in. How we need to do it in SAP, I will show you. Okay, usually what MRP run will happen, how we need to monitor the MRP. As a MM consultant, what you should know, that I will train you. That will come in MM PP integration. Same way we have MMFI. Yeah, tell me.
Second question is for 3-year experience, functions specification document means implementation mandatory for interview purpose?
Yeah, it's mandatory. Nowadays, they are asking if you are having 3 years or 4 years, when fixed interview, they will ask you, have you done any implementation? They will ask. If you are showing implementation means, as you mentioned, FS documents is required. FS documents is required if you want to make any developments, any customization you want to make, we need to fill FS document. In that, what is involved in FS document, tables is involved. Few people don't know this one. Okay, in detail, I will explain it during the project class. What is FS document, what we need to enter in that one. Okay, how to write a logic. These all things you will cover.
Okay, in FS document. Okay.
Yeah,
Third
functional
question
specification
is
document. We need to give it to ABAPer. This customization will be done within align with ABAPers. ABAPers means basis consultant. Those who have programming knowledge, they will write a program, right? For writing those programs, we need to give the whatever we know as an MM consultant. We need to provide we need to enter everything in a document. We need to give it to that ABAPers. Okay. They will prepare a TDD document, technical specification document. They will prepare. Okay. These all things we will get to know in project class.
Okay. Also, I asking one real-time question just appearing 2 days before. In subcontracting process, vendor send invoice 150 rupees wrongly instead of 100 rupees. What will be the handling means subcontracting?
Your voice is breaking. Can you tell one more time?
In subcontracting process, vendor send invoices 150 rupees wrongly instead of 100 rupees. What will the means? What will procedure means? How will handle this in MyGo and Myro?
You see, in subcontracting we have different things. Okay, subcontracting we will do it through challenge. We will do and through invoices. 2 things. Suppose in my company we are not using invoices only, so we are using challenge. Okay, challenge means if the vendor is from within the India means we will use within state means we will use channel. If it is different states we will use, then we will use invoice. Then it will come credit memo, debit memo. These all things will happen. Okay, FI consultant will involve in this one. FI integration. In end user level, AP people will work. Account payable people will work.
Okay.
That is a FI consultant work. How tax code creation, how invoice they will rise, what is these all things will be done by FI consultant only. And how we need to integrate with FI integrations, we will get to know in classes.
Okay. Thanks for information, Akshay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, Akshay.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, this is Nishan. Thanks for this session. My question is for SAP MM consultant, that end user experience is required or not?
No, not mandatory. If you prepare for the SAP consultant thoroughly, you need to practice everything. So you can directly apply for consultant. If you have a prior end user experience, that is the advantage. That's it. So you will understand quickly.
Okay.
Anyway, I will start from scratch.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
What is the fees for this course?
Fees you can discuss with Montu. So what I will charge is for a SAP MM consultant, I will charge 25,000 for each person. Okay, for SAP
Okay,
MM consultant.
okay.
So if you are taking for the bulk, I will reduce it. Okay, I will reduce that. You can
Okay.
talk with Montu who are interested.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you so much,
So-
Akshay. It was an amazing session.
Okay.
Dear Raghav, so the fees of this course will be totally depend upon number of
Right. I just remember that you
candidates.
mentioned that we'll be negotiating as a bulk, so it depends on the number of
So as a
candidates enrolling.
procurement professional, we have every right to negotiate and we have the right to,
Right.
you know.
I
So,
completely understand. As the name goes, procure us.
yes, right. So now we are very curious to have a good discount on course fees from Akshay side. And
Correct.
my also recommendation to our audience to number of audience should be on higher side so that he can
Yes.
provide us the best discount, right?
Correct, Montu. Yes. Thank you so much,
Right.
Montu. Thank you so much, Akshay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Montu, you were saying something?
Sorry, come again.
You were saying something?
No, not right now.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Akshay, for your time, and I will attach the session note. I mean the presentation provided by you and the recording on social media like LinkedIn and YouTube for our listeners. Dear all, I also want to share one more interesting information with you. Probably next week, and one of our group member will share his experience on Ariba implementation, or probably uh, he or she will not charge anything. I will request him or her. So we cannot compare SAP Ariba with SAP MM because technicality, if we talk about SAP MM and SAP Ariba is different, and we need more time for SAP MM. But in very less time, we can complete the course of SAP Ariba, right? And we will inform or confirm you very soon about SAP Ariba course simultaneously. Thank you, Akshay, for your time, and you really are a good, knowledgeable person if we talk about SAP MM. And Akshay, thank you very much, and thank you our listener for your patience and time. Hope you enjoy this session, and in case you have any suggestion or feedback, you can directly contact to me, or you can put your suggestion into our Procurious group, and feel free to talk me anytime. And thank you so much. Happy learning.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.